window. Get your prescriptions filled at Grinnell's Pharmacy, and we have greeting cards, gift ideas, candy, and a lot more at Grinnell's Pharmacy in Hobart, Oklahoma.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
At Interbank in Hobart, we'd love to have you as a customer. If you need a loan, let's talk. If it's a doable deal, let's get it done. Checking accounts, CDs, savings accounts, and a variety of other accounts. We have the experience and know-how to take care of your needs. We're Interbank in Hobart, and we'd like to be your bank. And good luck to the Bearcats and Lady Bearcats from your friends at Interbank in Hobart. Member FDIC.
Hey, cattle producers, did you know there's a brand new sheriff in town? A cattle feed sheriff, that is. JB's Feed Service is ready to provide you with custom blended feeds for your cattle. Whether you need creep feed, starter rations, shipping rations, grower, or finishing rations, JB's Feed Service is the place to go. Formerly owned by Barnes Feed Service, Rod and Joe Bob Wald have purchased the business from George, and they look forward to serving all of George's great customers. JB's will have the same great products and same great service, just a brand new name. Call Joe Bob or our manager, Keith Richardson, today for your cattle feed needs. JB's Feed Service, just east of Hobart on the Ozark Trail, then south on North County Road 2220. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Saturdays by appointment. JB's Feed Service, 580-682-9300. That's 682-9300.
If you need a plumber or a service technician, you need to call Jeff Hohenschel at Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air in Mountain View. Now, Jeff does all types of plumbing work, minor to major, plus service work and installation of heating and cooling systems. Jeff works on heat pumps and refrigeration systems. Whatever your problem, if you need service or a new system, call Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air in Mountain View. Give him a call at 347-2857, 347-2857. Jeff's Plumbing, Heat and Air, supporting area students.
Friends, are you happy with your current insurance provider? Or maybe you need to check with another agent to see if you're getting the best bang for your buck. See Josh Wald, your Farmers Insurance agent in Hobart. Auto, life, homeowners, and so much more, whatever you need. And Farmers is an established and trusted insurance company. Josh Wald will go the extra mile. He'll find you the best possible deal. The Wald Agency. Josh Wald Insurance, LLC. Phone 726-3077, 901 South Main in Hobart. Friends, are you satisfied with your current insurance provider? If you're looking to make a change, see Justin Krieger, your AFR, American Farmers and Ranchers agent in Hobart, serving Kiowa and Washita counties. Now, Justin has home and auto insurance and much, much more. He's an agent for Great American Crop Insurance. Sign up for Wheat Multi-Peril Insurance, LRP, Livestock Risk Protection, which has new higher subsidy levels. Justin Krieger would love to be your insurance agent. See Denise or Justin or Wendy. All three of them are at Justin Krieger Insurance, 322 South Washington in Hobart. An agent for 25 years. Dr. J and Janet Kruska at Kruska's Dental Office in Hobart are proud to again be Bearcat boosters. Friends, attend all the games you can this school year and support these fine young men and women. And listen, if you need a dentist, Jay is one of the doggone best. Whatever your specific need, he'll take care of you. So again, good luck to our fine student athletes from Dr. J and Janet Kruska, Hobart Bearcat proud booster.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers.
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office, locations in Altus and Mangum.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Well, hi there, and welcome to softball on Classic Hits 97.7. We are underway on what is now turned into a Friday afternoon. A little bit of a head start here this afternoon as the Lady Tigers are doing battle with Morrison in an elimination bowl game. And Mangum loses the toss for the second straight day, so they are the visitors here this afternoon. Hannah Stair leading it off, 1-1 count on Hannah. Shortstop takes a pitch upstairs for a ball, 2-1. And now I'm told it is actually 3-1. So 3-1 here to begin the ball game. Stair, the left-handed batter, looks at ball 4, and the leadoff runner aboard here in the inning number 1 for Mangum. Lady Tigers shut out yesterday in that 1-0 loss in 8 innings to the Hobart Lady Cats, who are sitting and waiting for the winner of this one. They'll play at 2 o'clock this afternoon. If that 2 o'clock game goes to Hobart, they advance to the Super Regionals. If the winner of this one beats Hobart at 2, they'll turn around and play at 4 in an elimination bowl game. Squaring to show bunt and then pulling the bat back was the batter, Holly Lehman-Webb, and getting thrown out at second base on a stolen base attempt is Hannah Stair. Great throw by the catcher who put it on the button. Lauren Bosler with a perfect throw to the shortstop, Allie Tucker, who was covering. And Stair is retired 2-6 on the caught stealing. Ball 2 delivered to Webb. Holly batting second, playing center field this afternoon for the Lady Cats. Heading the count 2-0. Takes a cold strike here, and it's 2-1. So I'm 2-1 here on a picture-perfect afternoon. Tori Kerbo and Rachel Owens have joined us inside 3-1. Debbie Jackson says, let's go, ladies. You got this one. We expect to probably hear from some classrooms that are listening and watching this afternoon as Lehman-Webb takes one off the helmet, hit by a pitch. She's aboard with 1 gone. So the caught stealing may come back and haunt the Lady Tigers here in the first inning. Remember, they lost a run at home plate in that 8-inning loss yesterday afternoon and evening to Hobart. Brendan Woodruss now will step in. Woodruss playing third base this afternoon after pitching yesterday. Hits one to center field. And Blakely Laird is there. Now it goes over her head. Lehman-Webb had to hesitate. She'll mutter into second base. Woodruss, or third base. Woodruss winds up at second. Runners at second and third. And 1 gone. So, yeah, that caught stealing does become big. Not sure what happened to Laird out in center field. It looked like she had it measured, and the ball got over her head. So runners at second and third, 1 gone, and here's the third, the pitcher rather, this afternoon, Palin Clark. Clark played third yesterday in that loss to Hobart. Richard Solis has checked in. Hello, Richard. Good to have you alongside. Not a breath of wind out here this afternoon. Cold strike, count level at 1-1 on Clark. Bo Allen, the home plate umpire, in fact, came by the broadcast booth, was lamenting the fact that there was no wind. And, yeah, I mean, it is a gorgeous day. Clark, line shot back up the middle. That'll score easily Lehman-Webb. They're going to wave Woodruss home, and she'll come in standing up. And Mangum on top, 2-0. Clark with an RBI single. Actually, a couple of RBI. And she hit a solid single to center field. So Mangum with the early lead, and they break the yoke. Got shut out in 8 innings yesterday, but able to put 2 across so far here in inning number 1 against Morrison. Here's Aubrey Lowe. Lowe takes upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Good piece of hitting there by Palin Clark. She just simply went with the pitch and sent it right back up the middle for the 2 RBI. She's at first with 1 gone. Pitch downstairs to Lowe. Aubrey ahead in the count, 2-0. We look out there at Blakely Laird, who struggled on the hit off the bat of Bryn Woodruss, and now she is extremely deep in center field. Ball 3 delivered to Lowe. Aubrey ahead in the count, 3-0. Talked about kiddos, and Miss Maddox fifth graders are cheering the girls on. Hello, Miss Maddox, and hello, kiddos. There's ball 4 delivered to Aubrey Lowe. So Lowe is aboard. Second walk of the inning, surrendered by Talon Williams, and conversation going to take place here for Morrison. Check the Morrison team defensively. We told you Williams in the circle. Bosler is the catcher. Paisley Stolzing is at first base. Robin Mormon is at second. Jabri Sharonik is at third base. Allie Tucker is at short. In the outfield, Emery Loki is in left. Blakely Laird in center, and Molly Warren is in right field. We get a pitching change here. Colton Laughlin, by the way, joining us in the broadcast booth. So a new pitcher for Morrison. It's get a little hard to see the numbers, but I believe, let's check that and make sure. It looks like the glare is coming off the back of her shirt. Morrison is in white, and they've got white numerals that are outlined in black.
Number 15.
Yeah, it's 15. Okay. And that is Emma Lee. So Emma Lee now has come on to pitch for Morrison. Lee will face Giselle Rowell. Rowell, second baseman this afternoon, takes inside for a ball, count 1-0. Difficult spot for Lee to come in, as Fallon McKenzie Webb has joined us. More on Fallon in a moment. B.R. Stover is here as well. And Jill DeRusha says, go Lady Tigers. They've got runners at first and second, 2 across here in inning number 1. Top half of the frame. Emma Lee, the second pitcher. Cold strike there. Look to be in on the hands. And level the count at 1-1. Brian Coleman watching. His son Carson celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to Carson. And Brian, as always, out this Merchant softball, my friend. Pitch upstairs. And the count has gone to 2-1. I think when Brian and I played softball with the Merchants, we never had a day this pretty. I mean, there is absolutely no wind. Just a picture-perfect day. 2-1 pitch, lifted in the air towards left. Loki going back. She'll make the catch for out number 2. The runners will stay put. And that'll bring Avery Hopper to the plate. So Rao got just underneath it and flies out to left field. So 2 gone now for Hopper. First baseman for the Lady Tigers. Swing and a miss here. 0-1 on Avery. Sherry Lauer Bowen says, good luck, Lady Tigers, from over there at Mountain View Godibo, where the Lady Tigers of Mountain View Godibo won their tournament I saw yesterday. Pitch upstairs for a ball. Count 1-1 on Hopper. Mangum with, there we go. Mangum with 2 in the first inning so far, and they've got 2 on base. Maybe a little loud now. Foul tip. And it'll go to 1-2 on Hopper. Say good afternoon to our good friend Robert Lee, who has joined us. Robert, hope all is well in your world. Wish you played golf, Robert. 1-2 pitch, lifted high in the air on the right side, curling foul and out of play, and it'll stay 1-2. Hannah Stair led off the ball game with a walk, and then got thrown out at second base trying to steal. Holly Lehman-Webb hit by a pitch. Bryn Woodruss, a fly ball to center field that was dropped out there. Lehman-Webb went to third, Woodruss to second, and Palin Clark a single back up the middle. Debbie Jackson asking, shouldn't Mangum score B2? Yes, it is. There's an off-speed pitch that gets away from the catcher, and it will allow the runners to advance. Clark now is at third base. Lowe will take second, and it's a pass ball because that ball was, it was in the glove of the catcher, and he just didn't find it. Swing and a miss didn't make any difference as Hopper strikes out, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Mangum comes up with a couple of runs in the inning. 2 runs on 1 hit. There was an error, a couple of walks, and a couple of runners left on board. At the end of a half inning of play, it's Mangum 2, Morrison coming to bat here on Classic Hits 97.7.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Now, see, I like the music that you play underneath a little bit better than Chad. It's kind of something that I would hear in an elevator that Chad plays. So I like that.
Is it more of our age appropriate? Is that what this one goes with our age a little better?
Well, I don't think there's an our age there because I think you're considerably younger than I am. But thank you for putting me in that category.
There you go.
I appreciate it. So Garrett Pride has joined us. He's a little interested in this one and then very interested in the Liberty Bowl tonight, where Mangum will take on Apache in the district opener for both ball clubs, and we'll have that one for you at about 6:45 after what we hope is a full day of softball with the Lady Tigers. And again, if they can win this ball game this afternoon, they would play Hobart at 2. And then if they were to be victorious against Hobart in that ball game at 2, there would be the IF game, the championship game, at 4. So full day of softball. We're looking forward to it. And then football tonight. I'll have to recover in the recliner tomorrow. Some good college football tomorrow. My goodness. I was looking at the schedule. Of course, it's highlighted by Alabama and Georgia tomorrow night at 6:30. And then my Boise State Broncos will do battle with Washington State after that. And, I think Oklahoma State plays in the afternoon, and so does OU. Sooners actually going to Jordan Hare playing at Auburn. Ooh. Welcome to the SEC. So here comes Aaliyah Tucker. She'll lead it off shortstop for Morrison. They trail 2-0. And again in the circle, Palin Clark. First pitch swinging, foul. And it's 0-1 on Tucker. She'll be followed by Blakely Laird and then Talia Williams. Defensively, Mangum, we mentioned Clark in the circle. Aubrey Lowe is the catcher. Avery Hopper is at first. Giselle Rowell at second. Brendan Woodruff at third this afternoon. And Hannah Stair is the shortstop. Foul on the bunt attempt by Tucker. 0-2 on Aaliyah. The outfield from left to right, Millie Gonzalez, Holly Lehman-Webb, and Remy Jennings. Elimination ball game here this afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Clark goes upstairs. Good job by Tucker to stay away from it. 1-2 now on Aaliyah. Good crowd this afternoon. Nice crowd from Morrison. More folks here from Morrison than I had anticipated. They traveled well. Good job by Tucker to spoil a pitch there. She'll foul it off, and it'll stay 1-2 on Aaliyah. Bottom half of inning number 1, Mangum on top 2-0. And again, even though they are the home team, they did not win the coin toss, and that's why they are the visitors on the scoreboard. Ground ball, Woodruff at third will field, throw to first, and out number 1 is recorded. Woodruff was in, so a ball that was kind of a slow roller, but because she was so far in, that made it a much easier play for Woodruff for the first out of the ball game. So here's Blakely Laird, the center fielder this afternoon, left-handed batter. And again, Woodruff way in at third base, anticipating the bunt. Pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Laird. Wind freshening a little bit from center field. A little ground ball to short. Stair is there. Hannah's throw by a step. She will get Laird at first base for out number 2. Blakely quick out of the box and made that a difficult play on a slow roller to short, but a good job by Stair to stay with it for out number 2. Brody Smith has joined us from over there at Cash. Good afternoon, Brody. 2 gone here. Swing and a miss. And Talia Williams was set to bat, but then she got called back because Emma Lee, remember, took her place in the circle. So Lee bats. Looks at the ball. 1-1 here. Let's make sure that is correct. No, it is Williams. Williams is hitting. Okay. 1-1 count on Talia. Clark comes homeward bound. Off-speed pitch. Williams didn't like the call. Morrison bench jockeys didn't either, and I think I might have heard my broadcast partner with a little woo there on that call.
He's given the inside today.
1-2 pitch on the way here. Ground ball down the third base line. That is fair. And now it gets by the outfielder and will roll to the wall. Gonzalez comes up with it. They're going to send the runner to third and sliding in safely will be Talia Williams with a 2-out single and a 2-base error. So Talia hit it hard. Talked about Woodruss playing in at third base. She was in there. Ball got by her, and then Gonzalez couldn't get the glove down in left field and rolled all the way to the fence, and Williams winds up at third. So a runner there with 2 gone, and that'll bring Bosler to the plate. Lauren, the catcher, looks at a pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Mangum on top, 2-0. But a runner at third base is Ashley Cantu Robinson has joined us. Hello, Ashley. I know you're kind of anxiously waiting that football game tonight like a lot of other folks. 1-0 pitch popped up on the infield, and it's an easy play for the second baseman, Giselle Rao. And the 2-out single and error does not come back to haunt Mangum. Morrison comes up empty in their half of the first. No runs, a hit, an error, and a runner left on board. We played 1. It's Mangum 2, Morrison nothing. We're Classic Hits, 97.7.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Granite Drug Company would like to thank their customers for shopping local. They're proud to offer pharmacy services, including immunizations, Dispill personalized medication management, health and beauty products, gifts for every occasion, and the soda fountain open all day and serving lunch from 11 till 2. Remember, when you need prescriptions filled, tell your doctor Granite Drug Company.
Hi Mangum Tiger fans, this is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
Top half of inning number 2 set to unfold here on Classic Hits 97.7. Also along the Fox Radio Network's Facebook page on Classic Hits 97.7. And then, of course, we've got Tiger TV. Elaine Mills-Smith has joined us. She says, let's go Tigers. So here in the second inning, it'll be Cadence Cooper. She is the designated player this afternoon. Millie Gonzalez, and then back to the top of the order, and Hannah Stair. Had a chance to visit with Mangum coach earlier, and Jenny Stidham was lamenting the fact that the bottom part of the lineup really struggled yesterday in that 1-0 loss, and that was a tense ball game, to say the least, against Hobart. And as I often tell people to my profession, you can't get to the last hurdle without going to the ones and over the ones that are in front of it. But if you're Mangum, you don't want to be looking past this ball game. And I think that Coach Stidham had a little bit of a conversation with her club as they came off the field at the end of that half inning. Maybe a little sluggish here. 1-0 pitch on the way to left-handed hitting Cooper, now 2-0. But again, maybe not the enthusiasm level that she would like out of her club, and had a little bit of a spirited conversation. 2-0 pitch outside for ball, 3-0 now. Shalonda Dickey has checked in. Hello, Shalonda. And again in the pitching circle for Morrison is Emma Lee. Ball 4 going to be delivered here to Cooper. So Cadence is aboard to begin the second inning for Mangum, second straight inning that they have done that. And that'll bring Millie Gonzalez to the plate. Coach Sam Powers has joined us on the broadcast. Coach, thanks for dropping by and saying hi, and good luck tonight against Apache. We look forward to that. There won't be a lack of enthusiasm in that ball game. Gonzalez takes a strike, and it's 0-1 on Millie. Stair led off the ball game with a walk and then got caught stealing, but Mangum able to punch across a couple of runs later on in the inning. Now Gonzalez with a bunt, fielded by the pitcher, and a good job by Lee to get the out at first base. One gone. Cooper will advance to second on the play. So 1-3 on the sacrifice. Millie Gonzalez is retired, and we do go back to the top of the order now, and Hannah Stair. Good afternoon to Brent Bogart has joined us on the broadcast this afternoon. Left-handed hitting Stair. Takes high upside for ball 1. Sharonik creeping in at third base, expecting a bunt attempt. 1-0 pitch. Bunt towards third. Lee will field, throw to first high, but a good job over there by Stolzing to come up with the ball, and out number 2, taking third on the play, is Cadence Cooper. So back-to-back bunts has moved the base runner over to third, but now there are 2 gone for Holly Lehman-Webb. And now the umpires are going to have a conversation. I don't know if it was about the play over at first base. It didn't look to be. I mean, the first baseman, Stolzing, did a great job of making a catch on a high ball, and the throw took her towards the first base line. She stayed on that white bag, and the orange bag certainly was there for the runner. Lehman Webb looks at his strike, 0-1 on Holly. She was hit by a pitch and scored the first run of the ball game for Mangum. Our good friend David Henry says, "Go Lady Tigers." Pitch outside, 1-1 on Lehman Webb. Her father sequestered this afternoon in Oklahoma City leadership with the Department of Human Services Child Welfare, and since he's my boss, he told me, "You can go ahead and tell everybody that I'm going to be listening to you, Barnes." So there, I've done my due diligence. 2-1 on Holly. And the rest of leadership that is listening to the broadcast, good afternoon, folks. Pitch inside for a ball, 3-1. By the way, in case you're wondering, I did get in my 40-plus hours before coming out here, so I'm not on company time. Lehman Webb ahead in the count, 3-1. Holly takes ball 4, and there's runners at the corners now for Mangum and Bryn Woodruss. Woodruss, a fly ball to center field her first time around. Blakely Laird looked like she was going to make an easy play, and then suddenly the ball is over her head. And winding up at second base on the play was Woodruss. Lehman Webb went to third, and both scored on a solid single to center by Palin Clark. Pitch upstairs, runner going to go, and look out now. They've got in a rundown Cadence Cooper, and they throw her out. So off with the pitch was Holly Lehman Webb. Cadence Cooper, when the catcher fired it back, thought that the throw was going to go to second, but it was cut off by Emma Lee, and Lee fired it back to Bosler, who tagged out Cooper, and the inning came to an end. So Mangum will come up empty in their half of the second. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and a runner left on board. We played an inning and a half. Mangum 2, nothing on the board for Morrison on Classic Hits 97.7.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the new school year. The fall sports season is here. Fast pitch softball and football and all the activities surrounding those seasons. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Well, our good friend Olivia Reyes Cantu is checked in. She says, let's go Lady Tigers from the MHS office with Cabela Earls. Good afternoon, ladies. Bottom half of inning number 2. Bunt fouled on the third base line by the leadoff batter, Robin Mormon. Mormon, the second baseman, be followed by Emery Loki, and then Paisley Stolzing. Mangum on top 2-0, but leaving some runs out on the base paths in the first 2 innings. Cold strike. Bo Allen had the call for you there. And the count 0-2 now on Mormon. And again, in the circle this afternoon for this one is Palin Clark. 0-2 pitch. Hit her in the butt. Boy, I tell you what, that is frustration right there. You are ahead in the count 0-2, and then you hit the batter in the backside. So Mormon, the leadoff batter aboard here in the second for Morrison, and that'll bring Emery to the plate, the left fielder, right-handed batter. Showing bunt early, pulls the bat back, called strike, and it's 0-1 on Loki. Mercedes Pineda, let's go Tigers, are joining us at Cattleman's Bank this afternoon. 0-1 pitch on the way. Again, showing bunt. And again, foul. 0-2 now on Emery. Stolzing waiting in the on-deck circle. We talk about Mangum and maybe not being as enthusiastic as Coach would like here on this Friday afternoon. 0-2 pitch. Cold strike 3. And a wide strike zone there for out number 1. Going to be the first strikeout of the afternoon as well for Palin Clark, and you'll take anything you can get. Caught looking, backwards K in the book. So 1 gone now for Paisley Stolzing. Stolzing, the first baseman rather, for this group from Morrison. They trailed 2-0 in inning number 2, but again, Mangum looking for a little bit of a spark here. First pitch, there goes the runner, and the call was a ball and stolen base, and scoring position will be Mormon. So good job by Robin. Remember, she's on board, was down in the count 0-2, and took one off the backside. Now steals second base. And for the second inning in a row, Morrison has had a runner in scoring position. Williams wound up at third with 2 outs an inning ago. This one off the fist, back to the fence. And the count level at 1-1 now on Paisley. 1 gone in the frame. Runner at second base. Mangum on top 2-0. Elimination bowl game. The winner will come back and play at 2 o'clock against Hobart. Lady Cats a game away from the Super Regional. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 is the call on Stolzing. Basically, if you're Mangum, you got to go on a 3-game winning streak. You want your season to continue. Pretty simple. And second hit batter of the inning when they were down in the count. Stolzing takes it off the shoulder. She's at first base. Out at second base is Mormon, who got hit by a pitch. Jenny Stidham going to come out and have a meeting with Palin Clark. And again, there is some enthusiasm behind that conversation. And, you know, they've been playing all season long. They started practicing middle of July, started playing games in early August, and we've been there for a ton of them. And we talked about the fact that there are only 2 seniors on this ball club. But coaches will tell you, when you get this deep into the season, even though you're a freshman, you've played enough games, you can't be a freshman mentally. And I really think that that's part of the frustration for Coach right now is that some of that youth is beginning to show itself on that most important muscle, the one between your ears. So trying to get them refocused. 0-2 count on Mormon to lead the inning off. She gets hit by a pitch. 1-2 count on Stolzing. She gets hit by a pitch. Pitch inside here to Molly Warren. 1-0 on Molly. Molly, the right fielder for Morrison. Runners at first and second. One gone in the inning. Mangum does lead 2-0. Swing and a miss. Mormon out in front of that fastball. 1-1. We have seen at times this year where Clark does have those kind of adjustment conversations with her coach, and she responds well. Gets a strike here, and it's 1-2. So we have seen this movie a couple of times this inning where Clark gets ahead of the hitters and can't finish them off, and then in fact hits them. See what she does here. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Got a strikeout. Second of the inning. 2 gone. So Jabri Sharonik now, the 9th place hitter, will step in. Sharonik, the third baseman this afternoon for Morrison. She'll bat with 2 gone and runners at first and second. Her club down 2-0. Clark comes set. It was a fastball that earlier in the inning was called a strike. This time it's high. Mackenzie Laughlin-Bates is watching. Hello, Mackenzie. We look forward to seeing you tonight at the Liberty Bowl and that pretty little girl of yours as well. 1-0 pitch. Off the fist. That will spin foul. And it's 1-1 now on Sharonik. You know, Mangum expended so much energy in that ball game yesterday afternoon and last night against Hobart. Came up empty, losing 1-0. But, you know, Morrison, difficult for them as well. Again, off the fist, spinning, and that is a fair ball as it goes off the glove of Lowe. Lowe was in fair territory when she tried to make the catch, spun out of her glove, and the inning will continue. It was a good effort that time by Aubrey, but she may have been better served by letting it hit and spin foul. So the base is loaded. Back to the top of the order we go, and Tucker. She grounded to third her first time around, is 0 for 1. Takes a pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. So we've had 2 hit batters and a spinning top ball that popped out of the catcher's mitt and kept the inning alive as that one is rolled foul. 1-1 now on Tucker. Morrison, I mean, they beaten yesterday 14-0. In an hour and 4 minutes, and they hopped on the bus and got back, and then had to make the long bus ride back again today. There's a pitch outside for a ball. Count 2-1. Bench jockeys from Mangum getting on Bo Al a little bit with that call. No place to put Tucker. Bases loaded. 2 gone. Ground ball right at Woodruss on one hop. She'll step on the bag and force Stolzing over at third base. So the inning will come to an end. Again, Morrison making some noise. They load the bases on 2 hit batters and an infield single, but come up empty. We've played 2. Mangum on top 2-0. We're Classic Hits 97.7.
When unexpected illness or injury disrupts your day, immediate care is a necessity, not a luxury. At Variety Care's Hobart Clinic, we're here for you at the moment you need us most. Whether you are battling the flu, managing a chronic condition, or simply due for your annual checkup, our team of dedicated healthcare professionals is here to support you and your family with personalized care. Sooner Care and private insurance plans accepted. Visit today, 1000 South Broadway, Hobart, 405-632-6688 to schedule an appointment. That's 405-632-6688.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner, and the rest of the friendly faces of the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. The JCMH Family Care Clinic is located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-3393 for appointments.
All right, Emily is set to go to work here now for Morrison. As leading it on for Mangum will be Bren Woodruss. She'll be followed by Palin Clark and then Aubrey Lowe. Mangum on top 2-0, top half of inning number 3. Woodruss hit that fly ball to center field in the first. And she was at the plate. Mangum ran into the double play, or not the double play, but the double steal out. Woodruss takes a strike here, and it's 0-1 on Brent. You think so, huh? 0-1 pitch upstairs for ball, 1-1. My erstwhile colleague thought that pitch was well out of the zone. Some of the Mangum fans were in agreement. 1-1 pitch, Emily. Lifted on the infield, calling for it as the first baseman, and she will battle the highest guy. And a good job by Paisley Stolzing to make the catch for out number 1. And we almost had to get the Dancing Bear music out on that one because that one was kind of floating around and doing some funky stuff up there, but Stolzing stayed with it for the first out of the inning. So here's Palin Clark. Clark helped herself the first time around as she singled to center field and drove in a couple of runs. In fact, drove in the only 2 runs of the ball game. She'll roll this one foul, and it's 0-1. And again, the energy level just not there. Oh, my colleague in the booth, speaking of energy, was going to take a drink of his energy drink, and there was a bumblebee.
Yeah, he was kind of saying hi.
Yeah.
Not friendly like either.
Clark takes a ball, 1-1. Wow. I guess Red Bull gives them wings.
Apparently. It lives, it's true to form.
Oh, man. I'm not drinking it. Don't come after me. 1-1 pitch outside to Clark. It's 2-1. And again, I keep talking about it, but the energy level, the dugout beginning to make a little bit of noise over there, but and I don't know so much maybe it's a lack of energy, but it is just maybe nerves. Just not wanting to make a mistake. Clark late on that fastball, 2-2. I mean, we have seen these kids a bunch this year and played loose and free and easy. And now the enormity of the game last night, and again, if you were not picture perfect, it would cost you. And a little pop-up into left field ended the ball game, and so it certainly was magnified. And confidence level maybe a little bit low right now for Mangum, even though they lead 2-0. That's the interesting part about it. When you look at their body language, you wouldn't think that they were up 2-0. And fouled out a play by Clark. Palin kind of walking around. And, I mean, you can just see her. She's trying to collect herself before she gets into the box. And you got to smile a little bit here. That ball stuck in the hands of Lee. It got to home plate, and Clark swung at it. And she is retired 1-3. Emma Lee wanted to go with the off-speed pitch and just held on to the ball for a long time, and it just slowly got to home plate. And Clark took a hack at it and rolled it slowly back to Lee, who threw out Palin by a wide margin for out number 2. Here's Aubrey Lowe. Lowe ahead in the count, 1-0. Aubrey walked her first time around. Bats with 2 gone. Hits this one into right field, and that will get by the right fielder as Molly Warren was charging. Look out now. Rounding second is Lowe, headed to third. They're going to send Aubrey. Here comes the throw. She is safe at home. Well, Leonard Skinner once sang, that's the break I was looking for, and maybe that is the energy that Mangum was looking for. Molly Warren coming in hard from right field, trying to make the catch, couldn't get there. The ball rolled under her glove, got all the way to the fence, And rumbling around the base pass, Aubrey Lowe to score the third run of the ball game. Giselle Rao looks at his strike, and it's 0-1 on Giselle. She flying to left her first time around, and is 0 for 1. Takes inside here for a ball, 1-1. And I think you have to score that a single and a 3-base error. Mangum really doesn't care. It's another run on the board. Fouled out of play on the right side. And the count on Rowell, 1-2. And I mean, if you get a Little League home run at this point, if you're Mangum, you really don't care. You want to get runs. You want to find that spark. You want to find that energy. 1-2 pitch on the way here. Count in the dirt. I got tickled. I looked up at Aubrey, and when she was midway between first and second, she was looking for Jenny Stidham to let her know that she was going to send her all the way home. There's that off-speed pitch, and a good job by Rowell to stay away from it. 2-2 now, the count. Ground ball foul on the third base side. It'll stay 2-2. Oh, they say it's full. All right, full count. So good job by Rowell to fight that one off with a full count. One across in the inning for Mangum. And Giselle gone on strikes, caught looking. So Mangum does piece together another run. 1 run on 1 hit. There was an error, and nobody left on board. After 2.5, Mangum leads it 3-0 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, Go Tigers!
Pander, the center fielder, will lead it off here in inning number 3 for Morrison. She'll be followed by Talia Williams and then Lauren Bosler. Mangum on top 3-0. Again, the home team is Morrison, and that came back to bite Mangum yesterday against Hobart. Palin Clark's first pitch taken for a strike, layered down to the count 0-1. Blakely rounded to short her first time around. 0-1 pitch, a little bit low for a ball, 1-1 now on the center fielder. Jill Travis Nippert joining us this afternoon. Glorious Friday afternoon, weather-wise and otherwise. Went way out in front of home plate, rolled back to the screen, 2-1 now on Laird. Morrison has made noise on the base paths. Williams was at third with 2 out in the first. Morrison loaded the bases in the second. Yet to get anybody home. There's a ground ball down to Hopper at first. It will rattle around her glove and pop out, and safe at first base will be Laird to lead off the inning. So the error will bring Talia Williams to the plate. Williams singled in the first with 2 outs, and the ball got underneath the glove of Gonzalez and left, went all the way to the wall, and Williams wound up at third. She was stranded there. Strike taken here and off with a pitch, and stealing second base easily is Blakely Laird. Laird can run. Williams took a strike, sacrificed the pitch to allow Laird to get into scoring position. Runner at second base now, nobody out. Play here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Palin Clark comes homeward bound with the off-speed pitch. Called a ball. It's 1-1. It took a long time to get to home plate. I don't know that it wasn't a strike. Clark's got a 3-0 lead here in the third. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Count 2-1. It's not like Morrison has knocked the cover off the ball here this afternoon. They've been a benefactor of a couple of hit by pitch and walks as well. Called strike on Williams. 2-2 on Toledo. 2-2 pitch. Off the fist towards second. Only play to first. Good job by Rao to get the first out of the inning. Taking third is Laird. One gone. And again, that ball had a funky spin on it. And good job by Giselle to stay right with it. Set the tailgate down. Flip to first for out number 1. Lauren Bosler, the catcher. Bosler, her first time around, popped out to second base to end the first inning. Had a notion there, laid off the fastball, and the count 1-0. And you have to wonder out loud how long before we see Bryn Woodruss in the circle. Ground ball foul. 1-1. And you got a 3-0 lead, but again, and it's no fault of theirs. But you're talking about young teenage kids. This is heady stuff here. There's a called strike. 1-2 now on Bosler. So Clark, who has pitched in some big ball games this year, but again, the season wasn't on the line. 1-2 pitch here. Fouled. It'll stay 1-2. That one hurt as it got the ankle of Bosler. A whole lot of difference between playing in a tournament in August in Hollis and going 9 innings, and playing in a bowl game that if you don't win, your season is over. 1-2 pitch. Looping line drive into right field, but a good job of coming on and making the play. Remy Jennings, who fires it home and holds the runner at third. What a play by Remy in right. Now there's a youngster that the moment wasn't too big for her. I mean, that ball, I thought that was down for all intents and purposes as Bosler hit it hard, but Jennings came on, made the catch, and then fired to home. The hold Laird at third. 2 gone now, and a called strike on Robin Mormon. Remember, Mormon was down in the count 0-2 when she took one off the backside an inning ago, stole second base, and then was stranded at third. 0-1 pitch, called strike 2. So you can feel a little bit of momentum and enthusiasm beginning to shift the way of Mangum. 0-2 pitch on the way here. Ground ball foul. It'll stay 0-2. Tracy Dale Smith checking in. Tracy, good afternoon, buddy. We're out this Merchant softball buddies. I don't know if you were aware of this, but Brian Coleman, who played third for the Merchants, his son celebrating his birthday today. I think Carson is 20. Hard to believe. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and well, I tell you what, Mormon bailed her out there as that was a ball well outside the zone. So Mangum again avoids disaster here as a runner was stranded at third base. No runs in the inning, no runs, no hits, an error, and a runner left on board. At the end of 3, Mangum 3, Morrison nothing, and Work Classic hits 97.7.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Club Learning Center says,
Sovereign Bank is your bank of choice. Sovereign Bank is a proud supporter of the Mangum Tiger Athletics. Supporting our schools and athletic programs is a top priority. Hear us roar, go Tigers. We're cheering you on all season long. Sovereign Bank, empowering our youth with the freedom to dream. Sovereign Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800.
To the top half of inning number 4 we go. Mangum and Morrison in an elimination ball game, the 2A regional here in Mangum. Winner will come back and play Hobart at about 2. The loser will be done for the year. And leading it off here, that's a foul ball. As Avery Hopper tried to butt her way on board. 0-1 on Avery. She struck out to end inning number 1. 0-for-1 in the ball game. And again, we talked about yesterday, the bottom third of the order really took it on the proverbial chin in that loss to Hobart. But then again, just about everybody in the lineup took it on the chin because Emma Gray was unbelievable. Ball here, the count level of 1-1. Inside for ball 2. 2-1 on Hopper. Avery choking up on the bat and just looking for a way to get on base. Takes upstairs for ball 3. 3-1. Shane Hagee has joined us. Hello, Shane. Pleasure to have you alongside. Mangum leading 3-0. Top half of inning number 4. Called strike, taking all the way, is Hopper, and it's 3-1. Or 3-2, actually, because remember, she fouled that first one, so a little surprised she was taking there now. Then I reevaluate. Payoff pitch on the way here, ball 4. So the leadoff runner aboard for Mangum here in the 4th inning. That'll bring Cadence Cooper to the plate. Cooper walked and then had a base running issue that caused her to get thrown out at home plate on a double steal attempt, one that I don't think was sanctioned by her coach. There goes the runner. Great jump for Hopper. She'll slide in safely. Now the ball rolls away, but Avery will stay at second base. Morrison fans felt like Hopper took off early. I don't know that they're going to appeal, they being Morrison. So runner at second for Cooper. Cadence showing bunt. Takes for a ball as that is high. Now the ball pops out of the catcher's glove, and a pass ball will allow Hopper to go to third base with nobody out. So Mangum on top 3-0, looking to add to it with the bottom third of the order. Cooper, again, that one gets to the fence and staying at third base wisely as Hopper as the ball came right back to the catcher. Good job by Bosser to go get it. Good afternoon to Kelsey Travis. Kelsey, hope you and the family are doing well. I know you are. Mangum on top, 3-0. We play here in the top of the 4th inning. Nobody out, runner at third for Mangum. And ahead in the count is the left-handed hitting Cooper, and now she'll draw ball 4. So Cadence is aboard. Runners at first and third. Nobody out for Millie Gonzalez. Oh, Xavier Panetta. Good afternoon, my friend. Hope you were doing well on a absolutely gorgeous Friday afternoon. I can promise you, though, me and the fellas will plan a golf date in the not-too-distant future for a Friday, and the weather will not be like this. Showing bunt will be Gonzalez. She'll take it for a strike. Off with the pitch was Cooper. She's at second. So Hopper is at third, Cooper is at second, and the count 0-1 on Millie. Gonzalez a chance to get a couple of runs home here in the 4th with nobody out. Swinging at a pitch in the dirt. Millie a little anxious there, and it's 0-2. Top of the order, and Hannah Stair waiting in the on-deck circle. I mentioned Hobart. Their bus has arrived. They are here. They will be the opponent at about 2 o'clock. for the winner of this ball game. Pitch on the way here. Swing again in the dirt. And running down to first base and getting there will be Gonzalez. So Gonzalez strikes out but reaches safely. E2 if you're scoring along at home. She's at first. Cooper at second. Hopper is at third. Nobody out. And here's the top of the order. So the bottom third, an opportunity to score at will. Pitch all the way to the screen. They're going to send the runner this time. Here's the throw. Not in time. Safe at home. Good slide there by Hopper. Gets underneath the tag of the pitcher, Emma Lee, covering home plate. 4-0. Cooper goes to third. Gonzalez now at second. And the count on Hannah Stair is 1-0. Pitch downstairs, 2-0 on Hannah. Cooper at third. She'll tell you that she's fast. Coach will deny that. And out at second base, Millie Gonzalez, who does run well. 1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike. And actually it's 2-1 now. 2-1 on Hannah Stair. Walked in the first. And then grounded out in the second. Looks outside for a ball. Count now 3-1 on Hannah. So Stair can be selective here. Holly Lehman-Webb in the on-deck circle. Emma Lee, who had been sailing along, now struggling here in the fourth. Swinging and popping it up on the infield will be Stair. The ball going to be dropped by the shortstop. Coming from third is Cooper. She will score. Thrown out is Gonzalez at third base as she tried to advance. Mangum will get another run, make it 5-0. As Cooper scores on the E6. Well, I've just got 5. So Gonzalez out 6-5. Comes the second out of the inning. Stair on the play. Hustling all the way, winds up at second base. And Holly Lehman-Webb takes a strike. 0-1 on Holly. Lehman-Webb been on board both times. Ball 2 to Holly. And our dear friend Jenny Hernandez checking in. Jenny, hope you're doing great on a Friday afternoon. 2-0 pitch on the way to Holly. Called strike. And the look that Holly gave home plate umpire is one that no doubt she has delivered to her father more than once. What you talking about, Willis? 2-1 pitch on the way here. Lehman-Webb swinging at what looked to probably be ball 3, but instead it's 2-2. 2-2 on Lehman-Webb. Runner at second base. That's Hannah Stair, who runs well. Mangum a couple across in the inning. Lead 5-0. 2-2 pitch. Lehman-Webb again climbing the ladder. Hitting this one foul on the left side. And the count will stay at 2-2. So Mangum with a couple of runs in the first. 1 in the third. And so far 2 here in the fourth. Swing and a miss. Lehman-Webb strikes out to end the inning. No, that's just the second out. Okay, you're right. It's just the second out. Millie Gonzalez was the first, so 2 gone now on the strikeout for Woodruss. Bryn reached on an error, scored her first time around, and then popped out to the first baseman in the third. This went back to the screen, and hustling into third base will be Hannah Stair on the wild pitch. So Mangum not hitting the cover off the softball by any stretch of the imagination, as they have gotten a couple of walks in the inning. A strikeout that resulted in a base runner because they didn't throw down to first. There's a shot into right, but catch is made by Molly Warren, and that'll bring the inning to an end. But not before Mangum comes up with a couple of more runs. 2 runs on no hits. There were 2 walks, 2 errors, and a runner left on board. We played 3.5. Mangum now 5-0 over Morrison on Classic Hits 97.7.
Mangum Regional Medical Center is going strong, serving Greer County and southwest Oklahoma. The Mangum Hospital provides a full-service Level 4, ER-staffed 24/7, both in- and outpatient stays, swing bed services, and outpatient lab, physical therapy, and radiology services. Mangum Regional Medical Center, here for you, right here at home.
Mangum Golden Age Apartments offer HUD-approved housing for anyone 62 or older or on Social Security or disability. They have one bedroom and efficiencies which include all bills paid, including Wi-Fi. Mangum Golden Age Apartments are located at 100 East Lincoln, right on the downtown square in Mangum. For more information, call Katie at 580-782-2452. 580-782-2452.
All right, to the bottom half of inning number 4 we will go. Mangum on top 5-0. Lady Tigers trying to win this one and do their Bee Gees impersonation, stay alive, and take on Hobart in a rematch of yesterday afternoon and the evening ball game that went 8 innings. Hobart, a couple of solid singles with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And then a bloop single to left that fell into a Bermuda triangle for the Lady Tigers, and the victory goes to Hobart. Called strike 1 to Emery Lowley. Loki swinging a miss down in the count 0-2. She struck out her first time around, 0 for 1. So Palin Clark given a 5-0 lead here in the 4th. Swing and a miss, gone on strikes. For the second time this afternoon is the left fielder, 1 gone. Palin hasn't had a ton of strikeouts this afternoon. Got 2 in the second, 1 in the third, now 1 here in the 4th. So 4 strikeouts in the afternoon for Clark. Dana Wint has joined us. Hello, Dana. Ground ball slowly to short. Stair comes in, fires, and in time makes the play. Good job by Hannah. She had to come a long way for the softball. Made a strong throw for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 4th. Todd McCray joining us. Hello, Todd. He says, let's go Lady Tigers. Todd, I heard, was down around the Medill area, I believe. Swing and a miss here as Molly Warren laid on the fastball. 0-1 on Molly. She struck out in inning number 2. Takes upstairs for a ball. 1-1 now on the right fielder. Hobart fans beginning to file in here at Mangum. It'll be raucous if it's a rematch between Hobart and Mangum. Pitch a little bit outside for a ball, and the count 2-1 on Molly Warren. Mangum leading here 5-0. Little chopper towards third, fielded by Woodruss, fires to first. And a 1-2-3 inning for Palin Clark and the Mangum Lady Tigers as they set down Morrison in 1-2-3 fashion. We'll go to the 5th. Mangum on top, 5-0. More Classic Hits, 97.7.
333 Dental Care in Mangum is the dental practice of Dr. Dustin Lively. His experience, skill, and compassion go together when providing exceptional, up-to-date patient care. Dr. Lively and his team of professionals are proud to help you with the best dental care possible, along with preventive care that will result in a beautiful, long-lasting smile. Call 580-782-2552 or visit the team at 333 Dental Care. They support the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Well, to the 5th inning we go. Mangum on top, 5-0. Trying to stay alive here today and go on a 3-game winning streak in order to advance to the Super Regionals. By the way, 16 regionals going on around the state, and they must commence today, be finished up, and the winners of those 16 regionals, all the coaches get together, and then they rank the teams, and if you finish in the top 8, then you get to host a super regional. If not, you're traveling. First pitch all the way to the screen. Palin Clark leading it off here in inning number 5 for Mangum. She's ahead in the count 1-0. Clark drove in a couple of runs her first time around as she singled to center and then is grounded back to the pitcher. 1 for 2. Maddie Lively, who spent some time out here at this field, has joined us as this second pitch goes to the screen. 2-0 now on Clark. Hobart waiting in the wings. Lady Cats a win away from advancing to the Super Regionals. One of these two teams would have to beat Hobart twice this afternoon to advance. 2-0 pitch to Clark. Outside for a ball, 3-0. And that pitch and the lack of reactions from anybody is kind of indicative of how it's like I don't know what, 3-0 pitch, ball 4. It's kind of like
It's Game of the Living Dead is how they're playing today.
It's like a Sunday afternoon. We're at the park and everybody's just kind of hanging out, having some barbecue, and it's kind of odd. So the base on balls, we're going to get a courtesy runner here for Mangum. I believe that is Stockton, and it is. So she'll come in and be the courtesy runner. Meantime, conversation taking place in the circle. And again, and talk about it, Hobart, the energy that they expended yesterday in that, or rather Mangum against Hobart. Morrison, they get beat, long bus drive back home. Got back fairly early, but then had to get up early and drive back here today. And it's kind of like, it's like if I'm sitting in the office and I'm looking out the window and I know what kind of weather day it is, I may be just sitting in my chair, not doing a whole lot, longing to be somewhere else. And you kind of get the idea that the kids just wish they were sitting by the pool or the lake or something. All right, here's the first pitch to Aubrey Lowe, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Aubrey. She walked in the first, singled and scored back in inning number 3. Brad Wisnett joining us. Hello from over at Hollis. Brad, good to have you alongside, buddy. 1-1 now on Lowe. Gorgeous afternoon here, and I'm glad that I'm doing sports all day long, but if I got to be somewhere else, it'd be on the golf course. Pitch upstairs, 2-1. I joked about it earlier, but me and the fellas, we'll plan a Friday afternoon getaway and go somewhere and play golf, and invariably the weather is just horrendous. Pitch outside to Lowe, 3-1. We never get days like this when we schedule those trips. Wind's either blowing or raining or snow. We played sometimes when it snowed. 3-1 pitch, ball 4. First two base runners aboard here to begin the 5th inning for Mangum. Got a courtesy runner at second base. Lowe is at first. And going to get a pitching change here. So Mangum's on top, 5-0. Runners at first and second. Nobody out in inning number 5, and a pitching change being made by Morrison. We'll talk about it when we come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
Have you visited Western Traditions in Mangum yet?
I'm waiting for a sale.
Well, I'm here to tell you the wait is over because there's a secret sale going on right now. Western Traditions is quickly becoming known for high-end, unique Western furniture. And now during the secret sale, just mention radio and get 20% off in-stock furniture.
20% off. Wow, that's a big deal on unique, one-of-a-kind furniture.
Remember, you've got to ask for the discount to get it. Mention radio and get 20% off all in-stock furniture at Western Traditions, downtown Mangum.
Hey, all you Tiger fans, it's game time. This is Jacob Gilner from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. We are thrilled and ready for live Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger action on the field and court this season. Let's pack the stands and cheer loud. Cattlemen's Bank is full of school spirit. Go Tigers!
Something you should know about the Kendall Law Office. The Kendall Law Office is family-owned and local. They use up-to-date technology to ensure their productivity provides timely service to clients, and this always includes client access to our firm via email and text. Corey Kendall is experienced, hardworking, and honest. He always puts the client first, and all efforts are focused on the client's best interest. The Kendall Law Office. Locations in Altus and Mangum.
So Giselle Rao will dig in and face Talia Williams, who began the ball game for Morrison and then was lifted for Emily, now is back. Giselle has flied to left and struck out. She is 0 for 2. Heading the count here, 1-0. Mangum with runners at first and second. Had an ocean, laid off the pitch, and Giselle ahead in the count, 2-0. Maddie Stockton, the courtesy runner at second base for the Lady Tigers, and Aubrey Lowe over at first. We play in the fifth. Mangum leading 5-0. 2-0 pitch, cold strike. Showing bunt there was Rowell, and it's 2-1. Avery Hopper waiting in the on-deck circle. So I know Mangum wants to get another shot at Hobart, but you got to win this game first. And the Wallflowers had a great song called Sleepwalker, and that's kind of what we've got going on today. 3-1 on the second baseman for Mangum as they try to break it open here in the fifth. Ball 4, bases loaded. So 3 walks to begin the inning for Morrison. That'll bring Avery Hopper to the plate. Avery struck out to end inning number 1 and then walked in the 4th, stole a base, and came around to score. So Hopper will dig in with a chance to add to a 5-0 lead for Mangum. Bases loaded, pitch downstairs. Good job by the catcher. It's a nice play by Bosler to keep that thing in front of her. And keep the base runners where they are. Meantime, Mangum just looking for a bust-em-open kind of hit. Pitch upstairs, 2-0 now. On Hopper. You know, Emma Lee, when she came in, she really did a pretty good job for the first time through the lineup, but struggled the second time through, and that's why she is now out of the circle. Hopper takes a pitch downstairs, 3-0, and got to be taken all the way here with the bases loaded, nobody out in inning number 5. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, give her an RBI. Mangum's got 6 runs. So Maddie Stockton will come in and score. She was the courtesy runner. And it makes it 6-0. Moving up to second or third base is Rowell. Hopper goes to second. Now we'll get another pitching change. Wow. So another pitching change being made. Mangum has got their 6th run of the ball game. They've got the bases still loaded, nobody out. We're back after this. Classic Hits 97.7.
When you need auto repairs, save money and get it done right at Dwayne's Auto in Mangum. Dwayne's fixes flats, does brake jobs, turns rotors, alignments, that all-important air conditioning work, and general auto repair. If your car or truck isn't right, just head to Dwayne's Auto at 1205 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-5151. That's 782-5151. Mangum Tiger proud.
Friends, it's important to take care of your eyes, so make an appointment soon with Dr. Michael Geiger in Altus, Seth Geiger in Frederick, and Bryce Geiger in Elgin, and a new addition to our staff, Dr. Maddie Rhodes. The Geigers are professionals and very good at what they do. Geiger Eye Care is proud to support youth and sponsor sporting events. They encourage you to attend all the events you can and be involved with our youth. Geiger Eye Care, Michael and Maddie in Altus, Seth in Frederick, and Bryce in Elgin. Make an appointment soon with Geiger Eye Care, Altus, Frederick, and Elgin.
Did you know the freshest and most beautiful long-lasting flowers always come from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum? If you want to send flower arrangements that look and smell great and last a long time, your best choice is to make that local phone call at 580-782-2122 for fresh flowers, silk flowers, gift selections, collectibles, memorials, and bereavement gifts. Make that trip to Flowers Unlimited, 113 South Oklahoma in Mangum.
Bradley Nelson's first pitch to Cadence Cooper is a ball, 1-0. Cadence has walked twice and scored a run. Sam Powers back with us. Mangum on top 6-0. Bases loaded. Top of the 5th inning here. And the count 2-0 on Cadence Cooper. Lowe is at third. Rouse at second. Hopper is at first. And the count 2-0 on Cooper. Ball 3, 3-0 on Cadence. Cadence, the third, or rather, Brayley Nelson, the third pitcher of the afternoon for Morrison. Ball 4 and another run walking home for Mangum. Lowe will score. Rowell at third. Hopper to second. Cooper at first to give her an RBI. Millie Gonzalez now steps in. Gonzalez sacrificed her first time around and then reached first base. She struck out. Catcher dropped the ball, did not throw down to first base, and Millie was saved. Takes a strike here, 0-1. Bases still loaded. Nobody out in the inning. The top of the order waits in the on-deck circle. Gonzalez whacks one foul off the screen in front of the Morrison bench. And hell, if they were sleepwalking, that woke them up in a hurry. Little doinker off the fence. 0-2 pitch to Millie. Gonzalez rolls this one foul. It'll stay 0-2 on Gonzalez. Gonzalez has had a couple of swings at this at bat. Just a little bit out in front of Brayley Nelson. 7-0 Mangum on top. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 5th. And Millie will foul this one out. It'll play on the right side. It'll stay 0-2. The winner comes back and plays a 2 o'clock ball game against Hobart. If the Lady Cats win, they advance to the Super Regional. If the winner of this one beats Hobart in that 2 o'clock ball game, there will be an if game to follow. 0-2 pitch. Good job by Millie to lay off that one in her eyes. 1-2 now on Gonzalez. Bases full of Tigers here in the 5th. There's one off the fist that's going to get down into left field. One run will score. They're going to wave and send home. Hopper, she'll score easily. A couple of RBI for Millie Gonzalez. Mangum beginning to break this one open here in inning number 5. So Gonzalez driving home, both Rao and Hopper. Taking second on the play is Cooper. And Millie Gonzalez at first with a couple of RBI. Back to the top of the order we go. Mangum leading 9-0. Here's Hannah Stair. Left-hander takes downstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Stair. Hannah walked in the first. Got thrown out stealing. Grounded out in the second. And reached on an error in the 4th. Takes outside for a ball. 2-0. Brayley Nelson, trying to find it out somewhere. Stair takes a strike. It's 2-1. And Hannah taking all the way. Holly Lehman-Webb waits in the on-deck circle. Mangum on top, 9-0 here in the 5th. Remember, Morrison won the coin toss, and so they're the home team this afternoon. They'll get another at bat. This one up in the eyes of Stair and popped up into shallow right field, caught by the second baseman for the first out of the inning. And that's got to be an infield fly rule. I mean, infield fly is a simple call if there's an opportunity for a forced call at third base with less than 2 outs. And the ball's on the infield, which that was. Anyhow, it was caught for out number 1. Cold strike here to Holly Lehman-Webb. Holly hit by a pitch in the first, scored the first run of the ball game, walked in the second, struck out in the 4th. Lays off the pitch underneath her hands, and then will make the count 1-1. Runners at first and second now, 1 out. Mangum some crooked numbers on the board. That one's upstairs. 2-1. Morrison fans wanting a strike there, and it looked pretty good. Nelson's been around the plate. Gonzalez at first, Cooper at second, and Lehman Webb back through the middle. Ball hit the rubber, and she's safe at first base. Beats out the infield single. Advancing to third was Cooper. Taking second on the ground ball was Gonzalez. Holly hit it hard. It hit the pitching rubber, slowed it down. Good effort by the shortstop to come across and try to make the play, but her throw not in time to get Lehman Webb, who runs well. And here's Bren Woodruss batting with the bases loaded and one gone. Woodruss first pitch swinging, a little slow roller to third, throw to first for one, or rather to home for one. As forced out at home plate is Cooper for the second out of the inning. So that'll go 5-2 on the force out. Woodruss safe on the fielder's choice. Taking second is Lehman Webb. Gonzalez at third. And Mangum has batted around in the inning. Here's Palin Clark, who started the frame off with a walk. Courtesy runner for her came around to score the first run of the inning. Mangum with 9 on the board, including 4 in this inning. There's a little pop-up into shallow right field, and Warren is there to make the catch, and the inning will come to an end. But Mangum comes across with 4 runs on the inning, 4 runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and the bases left loaded. At the end of 4.5, Mangum 9 and Morrison nothing. More Classic Hits 97.7.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Rod Calhoun support high school sports. Mickey and Rod offer insurance for property, auto, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're ready to serve you at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Call 580-782-3827.
Attention Mangum Tigers. Are you ready to show your Tiger pride? This is Lori Laughlin from Cattlemen's Bank, member FDIC. At our bank, we are always geared up and ready to cheer the Tigers and Lady Tigers on to victory. You can count on us to wear the brightest orange and black. We'll see you at the games.
Granite Drug Company would like to thank their customers for shopping local. They're proud to offer pharmacy services, including immunizations, Dispill personalized medication management, health and beauty products, gifts for every occasion, and the soda fountain open all day and serving lunch from 11 till 2. Remember, when you need prescriptions filled, tell your doctor Granite Drug Company.
Here we go, bottom half of inning number 5, Mangum on top 9-0. And you might remember that fourth inning was the best inning defensively for the Lady Tigers as Morrison went in 1-2-3 fashion. Now up 9-0. Palin Clark would love nothing more for the same here in the 5th. Sharonik leads it off. She'll foul it back to the screen. 0-1 on the right, on the third baseman for Morrison. Sharonik singled her first time around and is 1 for 1 in the ballgame. Her club trails 9-0. Called strike, 2-0. 0-2 rather. So numbers 9, 1, and 2 due up for Morrison in their half of inning number 5. 0-2 pitch. Clark went upstairs. Good job by Sharonik to foul it off. It'll stay 0-2. Probably a pitch out of the zone, but when you trail 9-0 and your season is on the line, you better protect. 0-2 offering here. And again, great job of spoiling a good pitch. Sharonik fouled it out of play on the right side. It'll stay 0-2. So again, if Mangum were to win this ball game, they would play at 2 against Hobart in what would be an elimination bowl game for Mangum. If Hobart wins it, they are the champions. Good job by Sharonik to lay off the pitch. 1-2 now on Jabry. If Mangum were to win, the two teams would come back and play at 4 o'clock this afternoon in an elimination ball game. Sharonik again fouling off a good pitch. It'll stay 1-2 on Jabry. So Jabry has really fallen off some tough pitches. So we could have a full day of softball for you here on Classic Hits and then take it right over to the Liberty Bowl for football tonight with Apache. Pitch upstairs, 2-2. third baseman for this group from Morrison. 2-2 pitch. Reaches out and hits it. Knocked down by the first baseman. Flips to second. Not in time. And again, that ball in no man's land. Good job by Hopper to go get it. Rao covering, but getting out of the box quickly was Sharonik, and she's safe at first with the infield single. Back to the top we go. And Aaliyah Tucker. Tucker, 0 for 2 in the ball game. Off-speed pitch. Boy, Clark dazzling with that one. And it's 0-1. Tucker led off the ball game, grounding to third, and she hit into a fielder's choice in the second. Whacks this one into left field. That's a base hit. Firing into second base. That's a heads-up play out there in left field. As corralling the ball on the hop. Was Jennings. Or Millie Gonzalez, rather. Millie Gonzalez threw into second base, and runner was there, but only by a step. So runners at first and second now. Nobody out here in the inning. And the pitch upstairs to Blakely Laird. 1-0 on Blakely. She grounded it short her first time around and reached on an error in the third. 0 for 2. Runners at first and second. That one rolled foul. Level the count at 1-1 on Laird. So Tucker at first. Sharonik at second. Nobody out here in the fifth. If you're Hobart, you're just fine with this game being extended. Called strike, a delayed call from Bo Allen, but he was vocal with it, and it's 1-2. If you're Palin Clark, you would love a strikeout here. 1-2 offering on the way. Rolled on the ground to third. Good play there, and the out is recorded on a strike fired by the third baseman, Bryn Woodruss. Advancing on the play, though. Tucker to second, and taking third is Sharonik. Up 9-0, though. You'll trade an out for a base there. Again, a little slow roller, and Woodruss flashing that arm. Rachel Owens has joined us, so has Dusty McAlexander. Hello, ladies. Mangum on top here, 9-0. We play in the fifth. Runners at second and third for Morrison, and a called strike on Talia Williams. Talia singled in the first and grounded out in the third. She's 0 for 2. Hit this one hard, but foul down the third base side. 0-2 now on Williams. I mentioned strikeouts. A couple in inning number 2 for Palin Clark. She got one in the third and one in the fourth. She would love one here in the fifth. A little bit outside for a ball. Thought she had it there. And Bo Allen, hearing it from the bench jockeys, will go out and show his dominance by cleaning off the plate. Runners at second and third, one gone. 1-2 pitch, chopped back to Clark. She'll look the runners back. Throw to first for out number 2. Good job by Palin. Sharonik had designs on going home, but when you're down 9-1, you don't want to make the last out of an inning at home plate. So Williams retired 1-3 for out number 2. And that'll bring Bosler to the plate. Lauren is 0 for 2. She grounded out the end of first, or popped out the end of first, and then hit a line shot that Remy Jennings made a great play on back in inning number 3. Bosler a little out in front of that pitch. Hit it hard, but into the dugout on the third base side. It's 0-1. And now Jenny Stidham going to come out and have a conversation with Palin Clark and her infield. Got runners at second and third, 2 gone. We play in inning number 5. Mangum on top, 9-0. Trying to advance to a 2 o'clock contest against the Hobart Lady Cats. I'd be interested to know what this conversation maybe about defensive alignment, because after that first pitch, and it was a good swing by Bonsler, Jenny just bolted out of the dugout and came to the pitching circle. So she's finished her conversation, and now Clark and company will go to work. Set the stage for you. Sharonic at third, Tucker at second, 2 gone in the inning, and the count 0-1 on Lauren Bonsler. Mangum on top 9-0. So we play in the bottom of the 5th inning. Clark again in on the hands of Bosler, and again she'll foul it off the screen in front of the dugout for Morrison, and it's 0-2 now on Lauren. So Clark a strike away here in the 5th. 0-2 pitch on the way. Lifted foul and out of play on the left side. I'll tell you what, Bosler has had 3 really good cuts. Everything is coming high and tight on her. She's able to get her hands through, and it's hit the ball hard, just foul. I don't know if you're Palin, you don't go outside here. She'll go off speed, and again, spoiled. Good job by Bosler. She had started the swing way early in the sequence, but had kept the hands back enough to fight it off for a foul ball. She spoiled some good pitches in this sequence. Down on the count, though, 0-2. Clark comes sent. And again, lashed foul on that third base side. And again, off the screen. It'll say 0-2.
I just wonder what the folks over there in the dugout have been saying today, because, man, they've been getting it.
It's been a game of pepper. You're exactly right with that third base dugout. Folks may wonder why there's a screen there. Well, you've got your answer. Well, there's Clark going outside. He'll throw behind the runner, and Woodruss will shove Sharonic to the turf. She is safe. And the count on Bonsler, 2-2, I believe. I think that's what I heard. Well, I thought 1-2, but it looked like Bo Allen said 2-2. Scoreboard has 1-2. I had 1-2. Here's the pitch. Off speed, rolled foul. Guess what? On the third base side. Shocking as that may be. So it is 1-2, yeah. He put up 2 fingers a moment ago. I think he checked his clicker. 1-2 offering on the way here. Now it's 2-2. Good afternoon to our good friend Alyssa Dreyer. Alyssa, hadn't heard from you in a long time. Hope you're well. Your Mangum Lady Tigers lead 9-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runners at second and third for Morrison and 2 out. Off the fist and dropped by Stair. 2 runs are going to score on the play. Hannah had a great break on it, but just couldn't get all of her glove on it, and the ball popped out of her glove. And 2 runs score easily on the play, so it's a 9-2 ball game, and Morrison stays alive. And how about the effort by Bosler at home plate? Fought off pitch after pitch after pitch and put one in play, and it worked. And speaking of putting in play, Mormon down the third base line with a base hit in the left field. That'll put runners at first and second with 2 going. 2-out rally here for Morrison in the 5th, making it 9-2. Remember last night, Hulbert scored that run with 2 going. I got a courtesy runner out at second base now for Morrison. Pitch inside for a ball to Emery. It's 1-0. So a courtesy runner coming into the ball game for Morrison as they trail 9-2. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. She has struck out twice, has Emery. Over 2 in the ball game. Runners at first and second. Inning not over, nor is the ball game. Called strike 2. And I think 4 strikeouts in the afternoon for Palin Clark, she'd like to make it number 5 the third time of this batter. Instead, line drive, foul. Just outside the bag at third base. And maybe went to the well one too many times with that off-speed pitch. Good job of staying on it. Carolyn Hooley says, "Go Lady Tigers. Proud of you all." Carolyn, thanks for joining us. Outside, count level now at 2-2 on Emery. Left fielder battling away. Morrison has done that here in the 5th. Getting a couple of runs with 2 outs, and they got base runners as well. Inside here for ball 3. Count full now. On the left fielder from Morrison. Runners will be off with a pitch. 2 gone in the inning. Clark's payoff pitch. Spoiled, fouled. And it'll stay 3-2. Good job, I tell you what. Morrison has done an excellent job of spoiling some really good pitches for Palin Clark here in this 5th inning of play. And doing it with 2 gone in the inning. So we go back, Jack, and do it all over again. Payoff pitch, down low, bases loaded. So Emery aboard for the first time this afternoon. Here's Paisley Stolzing. Stolzing has been hit by a pitch and grounded out. She bats with the bases loaded, and her club trailing 9-2 in the 5th inning. Takes a strike here, and it's 0-1. Mangum, last couple of days, has had a hard time finishing off innings. 0-1 pitch. Line drive. Stair will make the play at short on the hop and flip to second. The inning will come to an end as forced at second base is Emery. Inning will come to a close, but not before Morrison comes up with a couple of runs in the frame and come up with 2 runs on 1 hit. There was a couple of walks and 2 men left on base. At the end of 5, it's 9-2. Mangum in front of Morrison on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hi, Mangum Tiger fans. This is Jill Grauman with RE/MAX Property Place. If you need to buy or sell a property or a home in Mangum or anywhere in Greer County, just call me at 580-706-0259. You'll see lots of my signs around town because I get the results for my clients. I say, go Mangum Tigers.
Jill Grauman, RE/MAX Property Place. Always here, always helping.
All the employees at Great Plains Bank Mangum are excited for the new school year. The fall sports season is here. Fast pitch softball and football and all the activities surrounding those seasons. We look forward to seeing everyone come out and get that Tiger spirit and support the young men and women of Mangum as they try and bring home the gold ball. You will see us at the game and hear us on the radio and internet. Come see Great Plains Bank Mangum for your banking needs on the corner in downtown Mangum. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tell you what, a tip of the cap to Morrison. They got beat yesterday 14-0, and we're trailing here 9-0 in the 5th inning of play. And as my compadre said during the break, talking off air, that Morrison battling every single pitch in that inning, and it resulted in a couple of runs. The first 2 of the tournament. Mangum, though, on top, 9-2. As we head off to inning number 6. Catcher Aubrey Lowe leading it off in the inning. Lowe has walked, singled, and walked. 1 for 1 officially with a couple of runs scored. It'll be Aubrey and then Giselle Rowell and Avery Hopper for Mangum in their half of the inning. Pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So Mangum, who scored 4 times in the 5th, surrendered a couple in the inning. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0 now on Lowe. Winter coming back and playing Hobart. Hobart arrived around 1 o'clock. Their game against the winner of this one scheduled for 2. Off speed, taken for a strike, and it's 2-1. It's one of those things that you start looking at your clock and you're like, okay, so these are football schools and games start at 7. Pitch upstairs for a ball, 3-1. Hobart at home tonight. Mangum at home tonight. That helps. At least the broadcasters. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Ball 4. So Lowe is aboard. With nobody out here in inning number 6, Giselle Rowell will step in. Rowell flying to left, struck out looking in the third, and then walked and scored an inning ago. Second baseman for Mangum. Shows bunt. Ball bounces and hits her. And there's runners at first and second. You know, that's one rule in softball that I don't like, is that when it bounces and hits the batter, it's a hit batter. That's not the same in baseball. And I don't know. Janie Buck says, way to go, Mangum. Bunt attempt here. Missing on it is Hopper. And it's 0-1 on Avery. Giselle's at first. Aubrey Lowe's at second. Nobody out here in inning number 6. Mangum on top, 9-2. And again, the bottom third of the lineup trying to help here. Good decision there by Hopper. Pitch up in her eyes, and she was thinking about bunting. Pulled the bat back. Levels the count at 1-1. Nobody out in the frame. Mangum on top, 9-2. Ball upstairs. 2-1 now. On Hopper. The ball game we had yesterday afternoon, last night, Mangum and Hobart, was clean, crisp, and well played. This one has had its struggles. Ball upstairs, Hopper 3-1. Bottom line is, though, you're trying to stay alive. 3-1 offering on the way here. And Avery on board, and she'll load the bases. So Lowe, who walked to begin the inning, goes to third. Rowell, who was hit, is at second. And taking first is Hopper. Here's Cadence Cooper. Cooper has had an eventful day. She has walked twice, stolen a base, scored a run, and walked a second time, driving in a run, and then came around to score. Takes a ball here. It's 1-0. Bases loaded, nobody out. In the 6th, cold strike, 1-1. Third pitcher of the afternoon for Morrison, Braylee Nelson. She pitches with the bases loaded, nobody out. Outside for a ball. Cooper ahead in the count, 2-1. Millie Gonzalez waits in the on-deck circle. Morrison way in on the infield, so a ton of room if you can get one over their head. There's a cold strike. The count 2-2 now on Cadence Cooper. Cadence just needs to shorten up and find a spot. Outside for a ball. Count full now. 3-2 on Cooper. Mangum with the bases loaded. Nobody out here in the 6th. Trying to add to their 7-run lead. Payoff pitch on the way. Ball 4. Scoring the 10th run of the ball game is Lowe. Taking third will be Rowell. Hopper goes to second. And at first base, Cadence Cooper. Another RBI for Cadence. Here's Millie Gonzalez. Millie, a sacrifice to the first, struck out but reached on an error when the catcher dropped the ball in the 4th, and then had a single and drove in 2 an inning ago. Takes a strike here. 0-1 on Millie. 10-2 ball game. Gonzalez can really put a dent in one here. Good cut. Ball underneath her hands. She couldn't catch up. 0-2 now on Gonzalez. Hannah Stair waits on deck. Hannah struggled a little bit at the plate. Look for her to blow up big time. Her next at bat. There's a ball that's knocked down by the third baseman. She'll throw home and forced at the plate. will be Rowell for out number 1. Good job that time by the third baseman. Knock it down, fire to home on the fielder's choice 5-3. So advancing to third will be Hopper. Now at second base, Cooper. Gonzalez at first. 1 gone for Mangum. Here is Hannah Stair. Stair takes a ball. 1-0 on Hannah. Stair walked to the first, got thrown out trying to steal. Grounded out in the second. Reached on an error in the fourth. And popped out in the fifth. Takes outside for a ball. Hannah ahead in the count, 2-0. The next game scheduled to get underway at 2. I don't think going to happen at that time. Downstairs for a ball. 3-0 now on Hannah. Again, Braylee Nelson, the third pitcher of the afternoon for Morrison, trying to find home plate here. Not an easy task. The bases are loaded. 3-0 pitch. Ball 4. So Stair with the RBI on the walk. Coming around to score is Hopper. Taking third will be Cooper. And Hannah at first base. Now 11-2. Holly Lehman-Webb steps in. Hit by a pitch, scored back in the first. Walked in the second. Struck out in the fourth. And reached in the fifth. Got hit by a pitch here. Wow. That'll drive in another run. She's at first. Stair to second. And it's 12-2. Brent Woodruss takes a strike, 0-1 on Brent. Woodruss scored in the first on an error. Popped out in the third, lined out in the fourth. Hits one hard down the third base line. That is a fair ball. Gonzalez will score. Scoring from second base will be Hannah Stair, and winding up at third on the play is none other than Holly Lehman-Webb. So Woodruss, a couple of RBI. She wound up at second base on the play as the throw came in. Mangum now leading it 14-2. Pitch upstairs to Palin Clark. 1-0 on Clark. Mangum blowing it up here late. Gave up those 2 runs in the fifth. Caused things to be extended. But I think if you're Jenny Stidham, you like the fact that the offense is coming around. As for all intents and purposes, you're going to be playing Hobart a little bit later this afternoon. Pitch upstairs to Clark, 2-0. Mangum with 5 in the inning. And they lead it 14-2. There's a shot into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Lehman-Webb will score. Here comes Woodruss. She'll score. And it's 16-2. Good job by Palin Clark that time to go the opposite way and drive the softball into right field. Give her a couple of RBI. And now the Lady Tigers have blown this one open. They batted around in the inning as Lowe will come to the plate. Aubrey takes a ball. Nope, that was a strike. I'm sorry. 0-1. Lowe walked to begin the inning. Came around to score the first run of the frame. Mangum now leads at 16-2. Fouled out of play here. The count 0-2. Good job there. Spoiled a pretty good pitch. And it'll stay 0-2. 1 out in the inning. Runner at first. Playing the 6th. Pitch upstairs. 1-2 on Lowe. Of course, the other side of that is talking about wanting to score runs. If you're If you're the Mangum Brain Trust, maybe like, let's not use up everything we've got. Save a little for the next 2 games, or what we hope will be 2 games. Ball to low, 2-2 now on Aubrey. One gone, 16-2 in the 6th. Waited on that one, spoiled it, fouled it, out of play. And we'll do it again. The one thing that the length of this ball game is doing is that it's allowing the students to get out of school, come to the ball game. Ball upstairs. Count full, 3-2. Giselle Rao, who was forced out at home plate, waits in the on-deck circle. She's the only out of the inning. Ball 4. Runners at first and second now for Mangum. So now we're just waiting for this one, I think, for a final score. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Called strike here on Rowell, 0-1 on Giselle. She got hit by a pitch earlier in the inning. Takes high and inside here. 1-1 on Giselle. Lifts this one in the air to left and going out and trying to catch it. The shortstop, and good job by Aaliyah Tucker to make the play for round number 2. So Rao, second out of the inning. She was the first out of the inning as well. As Avery Hopper now will step in. AB, as they like to call her, batting with runners at first and second. Takes upstairs, 1-0 on Hopper. Seven in the inning for Mangum. 16 for the ball game. 1-1 now on Hopper. Runners at first and second, 2 gone in the inning. 16-2, Mangum on top. Downstairs for a ball, 2-1 now on the third baseman for Mangum. Hit this one on the right side, but foul. And it is still 2-2 on Hopper. They had to go find a supply of softballs. So many have been fouled out of play. 2-2 pitch on the way here. Downstairs, gets away from the catcher, and the runners will advance. Runners at second and third now. Ball 4, bases loaded. So Hopper is at first. Lowe at second. And Clark at third. Pitch back to the screen, but the runners will stay put as Cadence Cooper steps in. 1-0 on Cadence. 16-2 as we play here in inning number 6. Swing and a miss. Cooper, good cut, but a little out in front. 1-1. Bases loaded with 2 gone here in inning number 6. Mangum leading 16-2. Off-speed pitch called strike. And the count now 1-2 on Cadence Cooper. One-two pitch. Downstairs. Levels the count at 2-2. So 1-0 ball game in 8 innings yesterday afternoon and evening between Mangum and Hobart. when out in front of home plate. That's a fair ball. All she had to do was step on the plate. She'll throw to first and get the out that way. So Cooper out, but not before Mangum scores 7 runs in the inning, and they are in command headed to the bottom of the 6th. It's 16-2. Mangum in front of Morrison on Classic Hits 97.7.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
When unexpected illness or injury disrupts your day, immediate care is a necessity, not a luxury. At Variety Care's Hobart Clinic, we're here for you at the moment you need us most. Whether you are battling the flu, managing a chronic condition, or simply due for your annual checkup, our team of dedicated healthcare professionals is here to support you and your family with personalized care. Sooner Care and private insurance plans accepted. Visit today, 1000 South Broadway, Hobart, 405-632-6688 to schedule an appointment. That's 405-632-6688.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
All right, here we go. Bottom half of inning number 6, and Mangum trying to close this one out here and get ready to play Hobart for the second time in as many days. 16-2. Tip of the cap to this group from Morrison. I mean, they kept that ball game alive, scoring those 2 runs in the 5th. Trailed 9-0 going into the frame. But then give up 7 in the top half of the 6th and trail 16-2. Molly Warren leads it off. Warren 0 for 2 in the afternoon. Heading the count here, 1-0. Whacked that one foul on the right side. Count level at 1-1 on Warren. So a 14-0 bowl game to begin the tournament yesterday. Hobart over Morrison. And then Mangum and Hobart in a 1-0 8-inning thriller. And then this one, we play here in the 6th. And it's 16-2. Mangum on top. Cold strike levels the count at 2-2 on Molly Warren. Easy to say, harder to do. Your Mangum throw strikes and get out of the thing. Fouled, and that one actually got over the netting, and some of the patrons over there maybe a little bit surprised. Really got conked on the coconut. Ball upstairs. Clark has run the count now full, 3-2 on the leadoff batter. And the leadoff batter has walked here to begin inning number 6, and that is not what Jenny Stidham was looking for. I said this earlier. You wonder out loud if it gets a little bit, and I don't mean dicey, but if they get some base runners on and whatnot, there's a shot down the third base line, foul. Jabri Shronik hit that one hard, but foul. It's 0-1 on Shronik. Shronik singled in the 2nd, singled in the 5th, and scored a run. But again, if it you get to a point where you're like, okay, do I need to bring my senior in and let her finish this thing off? Confidence-wise, you would love for Clark to finish the ball game, but again, at some point, you gotta kind of look forward and push through and say, okay, well, we've got to win 2 more games, so we need to get out of this thing and get ready for the next one. That one's fouled back to the screen. And on Shronik, 0-2. Runner at first, nobody out here in the 6th. Mangum, 16-2. Swing and a miss. Palin Clark gets a strikeout. Good job of coming back and getting Jabri. First time she's been retired this afternoon. 1 down here in the 6th. That's the first strikeout now for Palin Clark since back in inning number 4 when she struck out Lowry. Hey, Coach. Thank you, sir. So back to the top of the order we go. And Tucker will step in. Aaliyah scored her last time around. Takes downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So we already have the starting lineup for Hobart. Coach eager. Brian Bingham. He's eager to play. They've been here since about 1. That's called strike. The count level at 1-1. I think he was at the wheel of the bus yesterday after the ball game as they drove to Altus for a post-game meal. And he was stretching the bounds of the speed limit because I was too, and I stayed right with him. So I'll just leave it at that. Off-speed pitch, 2-1 now. So again, Clark trying to close the door here in the 6th. Line drive into the gap in left field. That's going to bounce off the wall out there as it's hit hard by Tucker, rounding third and then holding there. Down by 14 runs is Molly Warren. But Allie Tucker hit it hard. That's probably the hardest hit ball we've seen this afternoon. You got 16 runs on the board, or 18 total, and you think, well, somebody's beating the ball around the ballpark, and that hadn't been the case this afternoon. So again, Jenny Stidham going to come out and have a conversation with her pitcher and her infielders, and Ruth Beal says, proud of you ladies, and they lead 16-2, but it's not been a quietly into the night for Morrison. And again, I tip my cap to them. They have scratched and clawed and battled all afternoon long. Now, after this one is over, we will end the broadcast on Classic Hits 97.7 because we're going to have to come back and join on 1420 and 102.1, plus the Facebook pages and whatnot. So we'll probably get out of here pretty quickly so that we can establish the next ball game. High fly ball, right field, and that one is off the base of the wall. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and winding up at third base is Blakely Laird. Laird with a triple off the bottom of the wall out in right field. Well, I don't know. Give her 2 RBI, and that pitching change that I had talked about out loud is being made. 2 across in the inning for Morrison. 1 out in the frame, and Brent Woodruss will come in to pitch when you and I come back on Classic Hits 97.7.
Ashley Slayton, family nurse practitioner, and the rest of the friendly faces at the JCMH Family Care Clinic in Mangum treat all ages, children through adults. This means we are all yours for well child exams, annual checkups, as well as those illnesses that can hit us. We also do management of chronic illnesses like asthma, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Same-day appointments are usually available. The JCMH Family Care Clinic is located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum. Call 782-3393 for appointments.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you.
So Brent Woodruss on to pitch here in the 6th. Her first delivery to Talia Williams downstairs for a ball. 1-0. And again, Morrison a plucky bunch. I mean, they could have rolled over and died in the 5th. They could have rolled over and died here in the 6th. And they just keep hacking away. Foul tip back to the screen. Williams 1-1. Runner at third base. 16-4 contest as we play in the 6th. 1 gone. Woodruss off speed. Oh, that's unfair. I mean, that's just wrong right there on so many levels. I mean, she looked like she's coming smoke, and she throws a yo-yo up there. This one's hit off the end of the bat towards second. Rao will make the play. Coming in to score from third is Laird. The fifth run of the ball game is on the board now for Morrison, but second out of the inning recorded. Good job by Rao just to simply gather up the softball and throw to first base to get the second out of the inning. So the RBI to Williams makes it 16-5. And here's Lauren Bosler. You'll remember Bosler did a great job an inning ago, keeping an at-bat alive, fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch, and then finally got a 2-run single. She'll swing here and miss. Boy, I tell you what, she was loading up there big time. Couldn't catch up, and it's 1-1 now on Bosler. So Mangum an out away from ending this one via the run rule. Fouled out of play on the right side. Woodruss trying to end the frame. Give credit to Morrison. They have hit the ball hard here in the sixth. One hop the wall in left field. Hit one off the base of the wall in right field. Single, double, and triple in the inning. Ground ball off the leg of Woodruss. And safe is Bosler. Nice job of backing up the play by the right fielder for Mangum, Remy Jennings. Woodruss going to be okay. Infield single for Bosler. 2 gone in the inning. Here's Robin Mormon. Mormon singled her last time around, as we'll get a courtesy runner for this group from Morrison. Breeze beginning to pick up now from center field, which doesn't, I don't think, bother anybody at this point. Pitch a little bit outside for ball 1 to Mormon. So the clock has struck 2. That's when the ball game with Hobart was supposed to get underway. Obviously, it will not. There's a called strike. And the count level at 1-1. And again, Brent Woodruss on in relief, trying to shut this thing down. Overthrows that one. 2-1. Bren took one off the leg a moment ago, fouling Mackenzie Webb. I said I would finish a story about you, and now I will. Foul tip back to the screen. She came into the booth and gave me a hug. And I do not read anything into this, but whatever perfume you were wearing, Fallon, it was good stuff. I was still smelling it last night when I went home and was watching the Cowboys and the Giants. There's a foul out of play, and it'll stay 2-2. So my point is, it's a good thing that I am single, that I'm not dating anybody, that I'm not involved, because if I come home smelling like that, I would get accused of not being at a softball game. Fallon, thank you for the hug. And strike 3 going to be recorded there on a check swing. Mormon gone on strikes, so the ball game will come to an end as Mangum wins it via the run rule, 16-5, your final score. And we're back to wrap it up after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Hey, come on by the Mangum Tag Agency at 108 East Pierce in Mangum for all your vehicle tag and registration needs. Driver's license, ID renewals, including CDL or Add Real ID. We now offer initial issuance and out-of-state driver's license and ID transfers. And we issue Pike Pass. For fast, friendly customer service, come see Tom, Cynthia, or Adam. We're here for you. Check us out online at mangumtag.com. For tag renewals and more information, phone 580-782-3004. The Mangum Tag Agency says, Go Tigers!
16-5, Mangum wins it this afternoon to stay alive in the regional tournament. It was not a thing of beauty, but if you're a Mangum fan, you will take it. You had a beautiful game last night and ended up losing by a score of 1-0. So Mangum will win it here this afternoon, 16-5. Tip of the cap to Morrison, as they did not go quietly into the afternoon. They came back and played hard, down by a run rule count in the 5th, scored 2 runs to keep it alive, and came back and scored a couple of runs in the 6th inning as well. But again, Mangum perseveres and wins it by a final score of 16-5. So Denise York and the rest of you have been watching and enjoying. We're going to shut things down because we've got to reconfigure and get us back on the other Fox radio stations along the network, and then we'll come back and have the second in as many days bowl game between Hobart and Mangum. 16-5 the win here. We've got Mangum and Hobart coming up on 97.7, on Tiger TV, on the Facebook page for Classic Hits. We'll have it on 1420 and 102.1 KTJS. We'll have it on the Hobart Facebook page, the KTJS Facebook page, and we'll have it on Lady Bearcat TV as well. So, collect yourselves. We'll do likewise, and then get ready for the rematch. Mangum and Hobart coming up on Classic Hits 97.7.
TCLC is a family-owned 5-star daycare center that has been caring for children for over 45 years. The owners of Tiger Cub are proud to serve the Mangum area and support the Mangum Lady Tigers and Tigers on the radio and streaming. Tiger Club Learning Center says,